if you select gas mask now and click on door, nothing happens. I don't know, maybe it's a bug, but you actually need to go back from the door, take your mask and then try. Okay, and this is some sort like a bathroom, and instantly we see writing A, B with arrows showing slightly like a circle in counterclockwise direction. And we actually already saw these symbols. They were in our postcard that we found just in this in that room with a broken wall. And now I don't know any meaning of this, but it seems AB's the same writings, and actually what this is indication on how we need to rotate one of the handles of one of the shower stands, I guess. So let's try to go there. It's the last one, and going through this room is quite difficult because you actually cannot go through the mercury spill. So you first go to the side, then go like through this line, and you end up near the shower stand. So now just rotate them counterclockwise as was shown in the picture. So one is in this position and one is 45 degrees, and nothing happens. The problem is that actually they spin more than once, and I think those X's and Y's are meant to show how many turns, but the easiest is just to turn it 180 degrees and it will just be the same position, not position but form, so half of a circle. Okay, so it worked. It dropped something and it's an eye, a glass eye. So just take it and leave this room. From now on, this game is a bit too much fantastic for me, because you have this glass eye, you have some strange writings like religions 1, or I don't know, well, it's just not like the whole storyline was. So what you do actually is here is take your glass eye and drop under there. Okay, and somehow our guy can now see from that eye, or maybe he sees some reflection, so it's actually another side of his door. So just click on it and it opens, and you just can go in right now. And this seems some sort like sound isolation, because triangle forms, triangle spikes like these are mostly used for sound isolation, to reduce the outside noise and to make the room very quiet. So maybe it was like an interrogation room, or maybe because we did experiments with human minds and sounds and voices, so maybe it was just one of the room which we made experiments. There is actually nothing more here, just a token, subway token, and they are actually genuine with a hole and stuff, and they are from that time. I never saw that, but in real I saw it in pictures. And some documents, some last riddles, because this is actually like very near the end of the game. So once again, dossier, if you followed all the documents, you read everything, so it should make sense, it should connect all the last points for you. As I mentioned, I never read them all, so some story is missing. I will do another play for myself and just read everything to know the story better. Okay, so we took the penny, we read the document, the last thing is to turn the magnetophone.
These games are dangerous, very dangerous. A thought interpreted incorrectly results in death. I can answer your last question as follows. Yes, you can get used to pain, but can you get used to fear? Unlikely. The power of fear doesn't exist in reality. In this sense, fear is like God. Neither exists, but it's impossible not to believe in both.
Yeah, wise words. And it's some sort of a book, I guess, because the voice is over and the tape still reels, and it will turn off eventually in okay, and it stopped. So yeah, we now listen to that, and we actually have nothing to do here, and we are one step from the finish of the game. And I want to thank you for watching my videos. Maybe it helped for you. I guess it helped for you, and I'm just glad that I could help for you. Once again, sorry for the audio, for the language. English, as I said, is not my native language, so sorry for that, but I think you didn't had many problems to understand me. So once again, thank you, and I will show you the end of this game, and under these doors are once again one thing that I don't like, and it's too fantastic for me, so just put on your gas mask and enter the door.
I'll be able to get to the surface through the subway tunnel.
Oh, come on, subway tracks in some sort of a shower room, just too much fantastic, too much. But here we go. Oh no, here we go now, see ya.
I ran down the subway tunnel until I saw a station. Without attracting anyone's attention, I managed to get out to the surface, where the bright sunlight half blinded me. There was pandemonium in the square, people shouting, cars honking, voices resounding from loudspeakers. Mourning ribbons and portraits of the leader were everywhere. Then I realized Stalin had died. Squeezing my way through the crowd, I barely managed to get home. I came to work the next day. Everything there was just as it was before, and my life gradually returned to the way things were. I worked until I was promoted to chief engineer, and later, in the late 60s, I became the department head. I had a son and a daughter. I lived an interesting and happy life. My children were growing up before my eyes. I saw the first man go to space, and I rejoiced together with all the Soviet people. And in 1986, when Cuba became part of the USSR, my grandson was born, and I became a grandfather. And now I recall the words my grandfather once said to me: live your life so that later, people will remember you with a kind word.